Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing really well. So in today's video, we'll be talking about how to apply for the temporary resident visa online. It is really a simple process that you can do by yourselves. In this video, I'll be breaking down the step-by-step process, how you can apply for it, how to answer the questions, what documents you will need, and how to fill the application form as well. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe because I will be sharing such valuable information in the future as well. So without wasting any time, let's begin the video. First of all, we will go to the web browser and search CIC login. And the first link that appears here will be for sign in to your IRCC secure account canada.ca. We will click on this. And when you scroll down, this will give you several options. The first one is to sign in using the GC key. So if you already have made an account with IRCC, well and good, you can select this option and continue with the application. But if not, you don't have an account yet, you go to this option, register for an account, and then from there we can start the application. But as I already have an account, so I will go here, sign in with GC key, put your username and password here, sign in, continue. You can read all the terms and conditions. I accept. Now this will ask you a security question that you might have set up when you registered for an account. Continue. So now we will select this option, apply to come to Canada. Now I know that we all are in Canada, we finished the studies and are on a work permit right now. So don't worry, this is the right option to choose. Apply to come to Canada. You scroll down and select this option, visitor visa, study and or work permit. Now we have to answer all these questions. First one is, what would you like to do in Canada? You have to select work. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? Here we will select temporarily more than 6 months. Even if after a work permit you are planning to get your permanent residency, still you will have to select this option. Select the code that matches the one on your passport. Here we will select India. What is your current country or territory of residence? I am in Canada. Do you have a family member who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident and is 18 years or older? So only spouse or children come under the category of a family member here. I do not have a family member in Canada, so I'll select no. What is your date of birth? I'll just put any random numbers in here for now. Next. Are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States with a valid US citizenship and immigration services number? No, I am not. Next. What is your current immigration status in Canada? I am a worker because I got my work permit. So now please read all of these points carefully, and if any one of these applies to you, please select yes, but I have read these already and none of these applies to me. I will select no. The same here as well. None of these apply to me. And same here. I'll select next. Have you been told by an Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada office that you are approved in principle for permanent residence in Canada? No. Have you submitted a permanent resident application in Canada? No. Do you have a written job offer? You can select no here. You have a valid employer-specific work permit and are being abused, or there is a risk of being abused in relation to your job in Canada. We will select no here because we have an open work permit, not an employer-specific work permit. Next. What is your marital status? I'm single. What is your province of destination? If visiting multiple provinces, select the one in which you will be spending most of your time. I will select Alberta. Next. So now this will give you the results for which application you might be eligible. This is the temporary resident visa, so it says here that I am eligible for this one. I will select continue. Continue again. Which of the following best describes your situation? I have an open work permit. Have you had a medical exam performed by an IRCC authorized panel physician within the last 12 months? No, I have not. So now again, please read all of these options, all of these requirements. If any one of these applies to you, please select yes. But any one of these doesn't apply to me, I will select no. Next. So same with this one as well. I will select no here because I do not fit in any one of these categories. Next. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? No, I am just applying for myself. Next. Are you giving someone access to your application? No, I am not. Next. In the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints and photo biometrics for an application to come to Canada? Yes. So when I came to Canada, I gave biometrics. I'll select yes. Next. There are fees associated with this application. Will you be paying your fees or are you fee exempt? Yes, I will be paying my application fees. Next. Are you able to make a digital copy of your documents with a scanner or camera? Yes. Next. Will you be paying your application fees online? To pay online, you can use all these types of cards. Yes. Next. Okay, so here I would recommend you to take some time and review each one of the questions and answers so that just to confirm that you did not make a mistake in the application. You can just select any one of these if you want to change your selections. Then we scroll down and select continue. So now this gives the steps that we need to follow to complete the application. Continue. Okay, so here we are on the final step. In this one, we will have to submit this form IMM 5257. In this video, I will tell you how to fill up this form as well. But before that, let us talk about these documents. So you will have to submit your Canadian work permit in this option here. A passport. For the passport, when you are submitting it, you will have to submit a PDF file that has the pictures of the first page of your passport, the last page, and any stamped pages. So please make sure that the PDF contains all of the pictures. And you have to upload a digital photo of yours. And here are the specifications. You can check these. So just the top ones apply to us. So you can just go to this option upload file and select from your desktop. And in the next part of this video, let us see how to fill the IMM 5257 form. Now let us begin with filling up the IMM 5257 form. I will let you know each and every step on how to fill up this. So to begin with, the first option we have here is for the UCI number. You can find this number at the top of your work permit. The second one here is I want service in. You can select English. Visa requested will be your visitor visa. Now please enter your full name as it is on your passport, family name and given name. If you have had another different name since your birth, you can enter it here. If not, you can select no and this area will become gray. Scroll down. You select your gender here. Put your date of birth in here. Place of birth should be according to what is on your passport. Country or territory as well. Citizenship. I am from India. So I can select India here. Current country or territory of residence. This has to be Canada. Status, worker, from, to. So these sections you will have to fill up according to what is on your work permit. From date will be the date on which your work permit was issued. To date is the date on which your work permit is going to expire. Eighth one is previous countries or territories of residence. During the past 5 years, have you lived in any country or territory other than your country of citizenship or your current country of residence for more than 6 months? So this question means that have you lived in any other country except the country in which you were born or Canada? So in my case, I have not lived in any other country except these two countries for more than 6 months. I will select no. The ninth one is country or territory we are applying, same as current country or territory of residence. Yes. Your current marital status. I am single. You can select your marital status here. So if you are married, you will have to put down all these dates and information, your spouse's information here. For now, I will just leave it as single. You scroll down. Have you previously been married or in a common law relationship? No, I have been not. But if you were, you will still have to enter the details here. Now, the language is, what is your native language? You can select this drop-down menu and select your native language. Are you able to communicate in English and or French? I will select English. Have you taken a test from a designated testing agency to assess your proficiency in English or French? Yes, I recently did IELTS, so I will select yes here. You have to enter your passport number in this section. Country of issue, in my case it's India. Issue date and expiry date, the same as it appears on your passport. The fifth one here is, for this trip, will you use a passport issued by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Taiwan that includes your personal identification number? So I will show you one thing here. When you select India for your passport, this area will automatically become gray. So you will not have to fill up these ones here. You can skip 5th and 6th. And when you go to national identity document, do you have a national identity document? You can select no here if you don't have one, but I would encourage you to fill up this section if you have an Aadhaar card or a PAN card from India. So if you have one, you select yes and enter your Aadhaar card or PAN card number here. Country or territory of issue will be India. You can put down the issue date here, but as we do not have expiry date on the Aadhaar cards, so you can just leave this option as blank. You don't not have to fill anything here. But if you do not have a identity document from India, you can still select no, and it's not a big issue. The next one is for US PR card. Are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States with a valid alien registration card? No. Contact information. You have to fill up all your contact information here. Your address, city, country. It's just all the basic information. Is your residential address same as mailing address? If yes, select yes. This area will become gray. If your residential address is different from the mailing address, you have to select no, and you have to put your mailing address in this section. Your telephone number, select Canada. For type, you can select cellular and put down your telephone number here. If you have an alternate telephone number, that's well and good. If you don't have one, just skip this section. Then fax number, you can skip this one as well. And please enter your email address in this section. Then you scroll down. Details of visit to Canada. Purpose of my visit. It will be returning worker. Indicate how long you plan to stay. So in this section, you will have to put down the date on which your work permit was issued. Or if it does not accept that, you can fill in today's date here when you are filling out the form. And in two section, you will fill out the date on which your work permit is expiring. Here you will have to enter the funds which are available to you for your stay in Canada. Like you can, if you do not have enough funds, you can just fill down like $5,000 to $6,000 here. It doesn't make a big difference. But if you have more than that, you have to enter whatever you have here. The fourth one is name, address, and relationship of any person or institution I will visit. So here you can enter the place where you work. So this can be the name of the company where you work. Relationship to me, you can enter employer here, and you can enter your workplace address in this field here. So just one is compulsory. We can skip the second one here. When you go down, have you had any post-secondary education, including university, college, or apprenticeship training? No. Have you had any post-secondary education? Yes. So the from section will be when your studies were started. To will be when your studies finished. Field of study, like in my case, it was business. I will write on business administration management here. School or facility name, your university or college name will come here. City, country, and you have to enter the province in this side. So the next section is for your employment. So as you can see here, just the first option is compulsory. You do not have to fill any other section if you have had multiple employments since you entered Canada. You just have to enter just one, so you can just enter where you are working right now. When you start working at this company, you can enter in this section. You can leave this section empty because you are still working there, and fill up where you work and what is your field of work. When you scroll down, so this is some of the background information. I would suggest you to be really true in answering these questions. Within the past 2 years, have you or a family member ever had tuberculosis of the lungs or been in close contact with a person with tuberculosis? No, I have been not, but if this applies to you, please select yes. Do you have any physical or mental disorder that would require social and/or health services other than medication during your stay in Canada? No, but if this applies to you, you can select yes here. Scroll down. Have you ever remained beyond the validity of your status, attended school without authorization, or worked without authorization in Canada? No, I have not. Have you ever been refused a visa or permit, denied entry, or ordered to leave Canada or any other country or territory? No, I have not. Have you previously applied to enter or remain in Canada? So to this question here, you will have to answer yes, because previously we have applied to enter in Canada and to remain in Canada as well. So I will tell you what you will have to enter in this section. So you can fill this information here. I applied to enter Canada on study permit. So whenever you came in Canada, you can write down the year, and if you want, you can write on the month as well when you entered Canada, or applied to enter Canada. Applied for a post-graduation work permit in 2022 to stay in Canada. So you just have to write down these two lines in this section, nothing more. Have you ever committed or been arrested, been charged with or convicted of any criminal offense in any country or territory? No. Did you serve in military, militia, or civil defense unit, or serve in security organization or police force? No, I did not. Are you or have you ever been a member or associated with any political party or other group or organization which has engaged in or advocated violence as a means to achieving a political or religious objective, or which has been associated with criminal activity at any time? No, I have not. Have you ever witnessed or participated in the ill treatment of prisoners, civilians, looting, or desecration of religious buildings? No. We scroll down. Do you consent to be contacted by CIC or an organization at CIC's request in the future? Select yes. So you write down your name here and the date on which you completed the form. You can select this drop down menu and select the date. And when you go down, please make sure that you validate this form before submitting it, because it will show you if you left any of the compulsory sections, and then you will have to fill that up and validate it again till the time it says you are good to go. So after you validate, fill out all the information, you go to file and save this PDF file in your computer, and then upload it to your application that we just filled. And after submitting this form and all the other documents to submit the application, then you will continue towards paying the fees. The fees should be around $100. So after you pay the fees and submit your application, the time to process the work permit, the TRV, nowadays is around 1 month. And after 1 month, you will receive an email that a decision has been made on your application. And then you have to go to your CIC website, log in there, and there you can see that you have been granted the TRV to stay in Canada. Okay, so that was it for today's video. If you liked it, please make sure that you like and comment on the video, and do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.